Hello and welcome to another crochet tutorial. So today we will be looking at how to make the Old Friendships Placemat. The project is an easy beginner level project that is worked with two different colors. So I used Hobbii Portobello in off-white and Misty green, and you will also need a 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle and scissors. The project is easy level because it's simple repeat in rows. Then it is very meditative pattern, so you will be using single stitches and then spike stitches. So for this tutorial I'm going to make a smaller pattern repeat than is used on the original sample, but if you are following the pattern exactly, you will start with color A, which is off-white, and you will chain 51. So to begin with, we will need to make a slip knot. Then place the loop on the hook and chain. To chain, you will yarn over the hook and pull through. Again, yarn over the hook, pull through, and you will keep on going until you have 51 chains. Once you have your 51 chains, you will then single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So to do that, you will insert your hook into the second chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You go into the next chain, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll repeat working single crochet, and this is in the US terminology. If you're following the UK terminology, this would be double crochet. Repeat 1 in every chain across until the last chain, and you will work single crochet in the last chain 2. Once you complete your 50 single crochet stitches in the foundation chain, you will then turn around and chain 1. The row number 2 is very easy. This will be a single crochet in every single stitch until the last stitch, and you will work a single crochet in there as well. Once you get to the end of the row number 2, again you will turn around, and for row number 3 and 4 you will repeat exactly the same stitch pattern, so single crochet in each stitch. However, on the last stitch of the row number 4 we will change color, so I'm going to let you go ahead, do your row number 3 and 4 and stop on the last stitch of the row 4, and there we will change color to be. Okay, I'm now on my last stitch of row number 4. We're going to go into this last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We will then leave the color A. We will pick up color B. We'll place a loop on the hook and we'll pull through with the new color. Okay, need to sort out our ends and then turn your work. And we will continue with the color B. Okay, so because I've got a much smaller pattern repeat on my mini swatch, I'm going to first read out what we are going to do for the whole row, and then we are going to go step by step. But bear in mind that I'm going to have a smaller number of stitches between the spike stitches, so just bear that in mind. So for the row number 5, which is in color B, we will chain 1 and work single crochet in the first 7 stitches. We will then work a spike stitch in the next stitch, so we will be in the pattern, we will be here, and then will be the pattern repeat, so this will be single crochet in the next 9 stitches and a spike stitch in the following stitch, and this section will be repeated 2 more times, so that's 1 and 2, and then for the rest of the row you will work single crochet, so this should be 12 stitches. So let's go through that now. So I'm going to chain 1 and work my single crochet until I get to the first spike stitch. Okay, so to work the spike stitch we will need to be working several rows below. Okay, so bear with me. After a few spike stitches you'll be absolute pro at this. So we're first going to insert the hook into one row below, 2 stitches to the right. So this is under this, we are going to be working under this stitch, one row below. So we are going to insert the hook here. So insert the hook there, yarn over and pull up a loop. So here it is very important that you pull your loops up. Then we are going to go under one stitch to the right but 2 rows below. Okay, so we are going to go into this space here, insert the hook, and again yarn over, pull up a loop. So now we've got 3 loops on the hook. Then we are going to go under the stitch that is not worked yet, this, and 3 rows below. So this takes us quite further down in the pattern. So that's the stitch 1, 2, 3. So we are working here, yarn over, pull up a loop, and again make sure that you're pulling up your loops all the way up, otherwise it might get too tight and the fabric will be puckering. Then we are going to go 1 stitch to the left, 2 rows below. So we are working into this stitch here, and then 1 stitch to the left, 1 row below, like so. Then yarn over and pull through all loops. Okay, and now after that you will continue the single stitches. So you will have 9 single stitches between the spike stitches. I've got a lot less, and the first stitch that you will be working might be actually covered by the loops, so you just need to make sure that the only stitch, there's only one missed stitch, that is where you join all the loops together, basically when you do the yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, so that corresponds to that stitch. So you are keeping that unworked, but the adjacent stitch is kind of hiding under the loops, but this stitch need to be worked for the stitch pattern to work. So again, once you work a few of these, you kind of get used to the way it is worked, and then you will continue working single crochet stitches and up to your next spike stitch, and you will just repeat the same process. So this will be the first row in your color B. And for rows 6 and 7, you repeat single crochet across the row in your color B, starting with the chain 1. So this is easy peasy. Then for row number 8, you will again work single crochet across. However, you will change on the last stitch of row number 8 back to color A. Once you are back to the point where you need to change color, you will going to get back your color A, and we will do the same yarn change as before. So you will go into the last stitch with your color B, yarn over, pull up a loop, then you will pick your color A, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's how you change back. So if you don't mind having these strands of yarn on the side, you can keep them there, because you are going to be working a 2 or 3 rows of border, so you will work over these and they will kind of disappear into the sides. But if you prefer to have completely clean changes of color, then you can just cut the yarn and weave in the ends as you go. Okay, so once you are back to your color A, we're going to be basically working the same stitch pattern, however in reverse. So here at the beginning of the row number 9, you will go in color A and you will work first 12 single crochet stitches in color A. Then you will do the spike stitch the way we explained, and then you will again work 9 single crochet stitches, spike stitch, and you repeat that twice. And then, as you guess, yes, you will have 7 stitches left at the end of the row. So this will be 7 single crochet stitches. And that's pretty much it for the, as far as the stitch pattern for the placemat or table mat goes. You will then keep on repeating the stripes. So you will see that your misty green spike stitches are lining, the off-white spike stitches are lining, and they are slightly offset on the sides. So once you and we started in color A at the bottom, we will finish with color A on the top. So your last few rows in a single crochet on the top will be back in color A. So don't despair if you kind of not exactly following the row counts. The pattern will be published on my blog in the next few days. But in the meantime, you can have a go at the pattern, so you will get the exact instructions once the pattern is published. And now what we will do is the border. So what you will do is, once you finish the last row of color A, this will be row 52, that will be in color A, you will then fasten off. For the border, we are going to rejoin for round number 3. That will be worked in the green. We will start in the corner stitch. So I will first explain what we are going to be doing in the corner stitches. We will work 3 stitches, but 2 of those will be in the round below. So we will start in the corner stitch, work a single crochet, then still into the same stitch but 2 rows below, another single crochet, and then you'll work single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet 2 rows below in the following stitch, and so on, alternated all around. And in the corner stitches you will work those spike single crochet stitches, and then the middle one will be in the usual position. Hope it makes sense. So that creates this really nice color effect on the last round. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please subscribe, share and like to spread the crochet and Tunisian crochet love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.